Simply delicious, super yummy.
Hello girls and boys, young chefs, and welcome back to the Super Yummy Kitchen.
Don't forget to wash your hands before you start cooking. Happy cooking!
Today we're going to make one of my absolute favourites, and I have to say it's actually my children's favourites as well, and they are fluffy, puffy, cheesy pillows. They're so light, they're so fluffy, they're so cheesy, they're so delicious. Now the first thing you need to make these is some mashed potato, and I know Chef Andrew's already taught you how to make the best mash in the world for his Barry Beans cheesy mashed muffins. Sounds slightly similar to mine. Maybe mine's going to be better. Shh. So first thing, you get your mashed potato. Mine was a couple of decent sized spuds, or like 4 small ones, and then you follow Chef Andrew's recipe. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to get some eggies. Now, when you're separating eggs, because you know they've got a white bit, here's an egg. They've got a white bit and then they've got the runny yolk inside. When you're separating eggs, always go at it with 3 bowls. Not 1, not 2, but 3 bowls. 1 for the shells, that one, the middle-sized guy. 1 for the whites. That's really big for 3 egg whites, you're thinking. That's because we're going to whisk them. And the last little one there for the little egg yolks. So it's a 3-bowl setup. Crack your egg. Into there goes the whites. Aha, I nearly got it wrong. Into there goes the shells. Oh, I've got this now. I've got this. I'm all over. 1, 2, careful. So if you just give it a bang on the side, then it should just lift apart like that. Then you put the great big bit of shell in there. But you just let the yolk fall, let the whites fall between your fingers, and you plop the yolk in there. Obviously, you've already washed your hands. And you just fish that bit of shell out there. And then number 3, little like ting with your hand, just make a little crack, pull it apart. Let the white fall into the big bowl, put the shells in the middle-sized bowl, and that lovely, lovely sunshine yolk goes in the little one. So whisking. Now, if you've got a machine, I've got to tell you, it's easier. But you know what? We're not getting much exercise at the moment, are we? Because it's lockdown. So I'm going to do this by hand. I'm going to do it super fast as well, like this.
Go Allegra, go Allegra, go Allegra. Go Allegra, go Allegra, go Allegra.
Okay, we've achieved it. This is what you call soft peaks, because there's little peaks in there, like little mountains in there. You can see them being made, and they hold their shape. They don't fall back down. And you know the real test that chefs use to check their egg whites ready? Magic. You can do that. Wouldn't do it too long then.
Oscar, can I try that over your head?
Not on your Nelly!
A little bit out of puffy after that. Fluffy, puffy, cheesy pillows obviously have to have cheese. And do you remember what my superpower is? Yes, I am great at grating. Oh. Be careful when you're grating. Come on, Darcy, tell them.
Thanks, Allegra. Be careful. Get an adult to help you here.
So, a bit of cheese like that. That's plenty of cheese on our board. Warm mash. So the mash should be warm for this stage. First of all, you're going to put in the cheese. Nice. Then you're going to put in, let's give that a stir. Doesn't matter if it doesn't melt. It will when we make the little pillows. Then you're going to put in the egg yolks. 1, and beat that in. We call this beating them in 1 by 1. Because you make sure they're properly beaten. See that nice yellow streaks? 2. Nice. And the egg yolks give them richness and protein. Very good for you. The cheese has got protein too. Very nice. And then the last one going in. Now the egg whites are the very last thing to go in, because we need them to be all fluffy and puffy. That's what's going to make our pillows so fluffy puffy. But there's one more thing I want to put in here. One more thing. Oh, we don't like waste. Oh, in it goes. We don't like waste. Everybody in. One more thing I want to put in. Now, spices and herbs are very important to flavour your food. You may go, oh, I don't like spices, but you don't know until you've tried them. And actually, you've had them in lots of different things in your life and in your diet without even realising it. Like whenever you go out for like maybe spicy chicken, or when you've had like a curry or something. Spices are delicious. They're not all about being hot and spicy and chili-ish, just about giving things gentle flavours. This is one of my favourites. When it grows, it's like a stone inside like an apricot or a peach. And this is actually two different spices at once. So the outside bit that's clutching at that's there is called mace. And if you take the mace off the outside, super pretty, look at that, it's gorgeous. Then you get a little kernel inside, which is like a little seed inside a husk. And when you get to the little seed, it's like that, and that is nutmeg. And nutmeg's really sweet and delicious, and it goes fantastically well with potatoes. So you don't have to put it in if you don't want to, or if you don't like it, or if you don't have any. But you can also use allspice. You don't use very much, you just put in a few gratings. Urgh, it's hard. It's not as hard as whisking, I'm still hot. So a few, there we go. Just a little bit. It just gives it like a sort of gentle warmness to it. Slight sweetness.
If you don't have nutmeg, don't worry. Use allspice or nothing at all.
Now at this point, you change your wooden spoon. You are done. Be gone. For a spatula. I don't know why mine's pink. I've just got a pink spatula. And then you get your egg whites and you divide them into thirds. So the first third you pop in and you just beat it straight in. Beat it straight in like that. Just trying to make it, you can see they're fluffy, puffy, fluffing up. So you just mix that in like that. And it doesn't matter if you've still got some streaks in it. Then you go the next third, and now you start to use what we call arcing motion. So like an arc, a bit like, if you imagine you're going round in circles. You make sure you get to the bottom and you go round in circles like that. Because what you don't want to do is to squish all of that air. I worked so hard when I was whisking those, and you are going to too, to get the air into the egg whites. The last thing you want to do is go, "Ugh," and knock it all out again, because you want these to be fluffy, puffy, light pillows of marvellousness. So you can see it's lightening up. And then the last third, all of that going in. And this is where you use really nice, gentle, super gentle. Super gentle, you just fold it round like that. Fold it round, fold it, nice. Oh, lovely. So once you're all nicely folded in like that, and like I said, it doesn't matter if it's still got some streaks, they'll sort themselves out in the pan. Turn on a wide non-stick pan to sort of medium hot. Beep, 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 like that. And you put a little bit of oil in, just a little brush of oil. Put in a little brush like that.
You only need a tiny bit of oil.
So do you remember like with when we did the Mexican toasty, the quesadilla, that I was telling you to listen for a fizzle? I can hear that fizzle now. And then you just take a spoonful of your potato mix and pop it in like that. Oh, little fluffy clouds. One. I reckon I can get 4 in there. Maybe 3. Maybe 3. Out one. 3 of these guys, and they don't take too long. So just waiting to get a little bit brown. Oh, that was a big one. That was a mega cloud. And then when they're cooked, you can either just eat them straight away, or you can put them in the oven and then sit down and eat them as a family.
Cook for about 2 or 3 minutes on each side. Remember, get an adult to help you flip them.
So a few slices of tomato is very good. Oh, these are ready now to send. I can smell that they're ready, so they smell like some good cheesiness. And I can see the fizzling around the outside. So what you want to do is very carefully flip them over. Woo, cheesy, pillowy puffinesses.
Yummy! Tell me, Allegra, what could I have with them?
I love them with tomatoes and beans. So we're ready to go now. These are so super fluffy, super light. I'm going to go to the specs, final part of the operation. Look at those, they're so nice. They're so super fluffy and super light. Come on, my friend, on you go. A couple down like that. And then a couple of slices of tomato. Oh yes, because you've got to have the nice freshness. Let's tuck one in under there. I just want to show you one last quick magic trick. This is spinach. Spinach is loaded full of goodness. Not only vitamins, minerals, it's got loads of calcium in it, which is something that if you have a dairy-free diet, is harder to get. This has got loads of calcium in it, but look how much of it there is. There's loads of spinach. You must look at that and go, I could never eat all that spinach. But look, if you put this amount of spinach, a great big Chef Allegra handful, into a hot pan, and get a grown-up to help you, obviously. And you just go, maybe you count to like 1,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now look, all of that spinach, it really is like magic, because all of that spinach that you were never going to eat that whole big bowl, it's gone down to just that little bit there. And you can definitely eat that much, can't you? And it's loaded with goodness.
This process is called wilting the spinach. Have it fresh too. It's lovely.
Just look at that. The colours are lovely. It's so light and delicious. And when you just try a little bit like that, it could just float away. Join me next time for another great lesson from the super yummy kitchen. See you next time. Bye. They look great, Darcy. Perfectly pillowy.
Thanks, Allegra. Georgie, what could be the healthiest toppings for my fluffy pillows?
Any veggies like spinach, tomato or mushrooms would be perfect. Also, adding some extra protein for those muscles, like baked beans or unicorn hummus. You can get creative with the toppings to make this a super yummy snack.
Thanks, Georgie. Don't forget to check out the Sleepy Pillows activity sheet. Available at loveschoolmeals.co.uk. Next time, Chef Andrew is cooking veggie tasty triangles. Simply delicious, super yummy. See you then.